today, which is the strongest, which is the most powerful, is not magic that happens with technology or with science or with production, but instead, it's magic that seems very natural and very organic. This is nothing more than a dollar bill or a $20 bill. And yet, because it's an object that you've seen a million times, that reality makes it powerful. You understand what I mean? Magic means different things in different parts of the world. If you go into the Middle East, magic's real. It's in the culture. You know, I've done many shows in the Middle East, and the challenge always is to explain to the public that I'm not real. I'm not Superman. I'm Iron Man. I'm just a normal guy, and I've taught myself to do these things, and I've created these fantastic machines, but I'm just a normal guy. In China, and as such in Hong Kong, magic is largely looked at as a puzzle to be solved. You know, if I make something float in the air, like I floated the dollar bill in the air, if you do this in Europe, people will say, this is beautiful, it's a little piece of art. If I do it in China, the audience will say, how does it work? There's magnets, there's wind, how does it work? And I'm sure that's how you thought of it. That's how you're programmed. Because in this part of the world, magic is positioned as a puzzle to be solved. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's fun. People like to solve puzzles. That's what you enjoy. But it depends on where I am. Magic takes on these different definitions, takes on these different meanings. And so I need to be aware of that when I go into whatever part of the world I am, understanding what's in the mind of my audience and then creating something that will make them happy. "32 years ago, I brought my show to the Hong Kong Coliseum in Kowloon, and we did 8 shows there, sold out, which is pretty great. Since then, I've been coming to Hong Kong almost every year because I do a lot of work with like Ocean Park and different companies in the area. And this city, as you well know, is the center of everything. It's certainly the heart of Asia, Southeast Asia. So as an entertainer, as a producer, it's impossible not to come here a lot. For me, I always like to jump into the culture. You know, right there in the city, you see so much more, you feel it, you smell it, you know, and I love this. And in my show, I try to bring a little bit of that into the show because I think it's important that the audience understands that firstly, I really love this place, but also I respect the culture. And I don't want to be this American forcing my Western culture into here, but rather show that, look, it's a mutual respecting, you know? I've got many, many very close friends in Hong Kong. For the last 10 or 15 years, there has been so much technology that has come into Hong Kong, and there has been so much global influence. Every possible show has come through here. People of Hong Kong have seen everything. So I have to go in understanding this. And I have to create a show that is going to service that audience, you know? I'm not going to impress them with technology because all the technology in the world is here. So magic is about understanding how you think and about creating scenes that work correctly for your point of view, working for the audience's point of view. If I take the coin and I make the coin disappear, you want to get her reaction. You're missing it here, my friend. You are missing it. I'll just direct your camera also, okay? So what's happening here is me understanding your point of view, and I'm able to create a scene that lines up with your point of view and your camera's point of view. If I do the same thing again, right? Now I've explained to you what's happening, so I have to change psychology. So I can make it disappear, This time it's a whole new psychology. So it's this process of understanding how you think, understanding those patterns, and then being one step ahead of you to create a visual illusion that your brain is not able to translate. Here's your coin right there. So it all breaks down to recognizing these life patterns and then playing with them just a little bit to be able to create scenes that allow the right and left side of your brain to short circuit. You know what I mean? And that's the basis of everything I do.